Now, whenever I'm traveling or on the go, you know that creating consistent content can be a little bit of a challenge. Not only do you lack access to your studio space, but it's also hard to find time to properly sit down and get to your edits. And especially for someone like me who's constantly traveling and I still want to create great content, well, that's where the sponsor of today's video, Sony C, has been an absolute game changer. Now, over the past couple of years, there have been several services and software that have really shaped the way I work, and Sony C has definitely become one of them. Not only has it massively improved my workflow, but it also allows me to still collaboratively edit with my different team members anywhere I am. Now, you guys have probably used things like Google Drive and Dropbox in the past to share edits and files with your different team members, but now with the launch of Sony C, they've pretty much mitigated all those problems and really thought of a solution for every single thing you would need in your workflow, which once again has just massively changed the way that I work as a traveling content creator and can also help you regardless of whatever content you're trying to make. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys a couple of my favorite features of Sony C that really elevate my workflow and still allow me to enjoy my time while I'm traveling, so I don't have to worry about constantly editing. So if you guys are interested, make sure you guys stick around, but let's go ahead and jump into it. Now, over the past month, I've been here in Seoul, South Korea, just spending time with my family and really getting back to my cultural roots. However, during that time, I still wanted to make sure I was able to get content out, so I've been constantly filming content for TikToks, Reels, and of course our YouTube channel. So there's been a massive batch of content that I've been filming not only on my smartphone, but also with my camera, and that's really where Sony C has been able to help my workflow, because now that I have a team of editors, well, that practically means I can upload my footage from anywhere I am to ensure that we're constantly staying on top of our schedule. Sony C has really allowed my different team members to work on different aspects of the project, whether it's getting to a rough cut, adding music, color grades. Now all that has become so much more seamless with the cloud collaboration provided by Sony C. So anytime I'm filming a YouTube video or short form vertical content, I've been able to upload those footage to something in the cloud, but it's really a central location where you can store all your files and then share that with anyone else on your team. But rather than having to download the entire original source file, which can take up a lot of data, you can actually download proxies, which are basically compressed versions of that same clip, so that it just saves your entire team so much more time and you don't have to worry about downloading gigabytes or terabytes of footage. You can immediately start working with the proxies you already have. And especially in the content creator space, you know that we have tight deadlines and turnaround times, so being able to have all that footage easily uploaded and then have an editor already starting to work on that cut then allows me to focus my time to ensure that I'm shooting the best content possible. In addition to that, they've also got something known as Aspera, and if you don't know, Aspera is basically a software that allows you to upload files at a super fast speed, but you can actually adjust the download and upload speeds of that bandwidth to ensure that you're getting the fastest transfers possible. And then finally, when that content is ready for review, obviously we have to send it to the brand for approval, so as soon as we upload it to a media box, we can easily share that link with our clients and sponsors, and you can even add things like your watermark to ensure that your content is being protected while it's being viewed. But even more crucial is that there's often times where the sponsor needs a quick revision, and with their image and video review, you can easily comment or annotate any sort of notes you have. So if you need a specific revision at a timestamp, or there's part of a clip or logo that they need blurred, they can easily annotate it just by circling it, or even leave something like a text box. This saves me so much time, so I don't have to go back and forth on an email thread going through these revisions, and I know exactly when and how I need to be revising my content. Plus, I even use this with my own editors as we're making our YouTube videos. If there's a certain scene that needs to be cut, we need to change the music, the lighting, or the color grade doesn't look good at a certain clip, which once again just saves me so much time, so I don't have to send them a massive text of all the different edits, and we can all go through it together to ensure that everyone's on the same page. Now moving on, obviously a lot of us are filming with our smartphones, and their mobile workflow has actually been pretty impressive. Throughout my time here in Korea, I've been filming so much content for short form. As soon as I'm done recording clips for whatever sort of content I'm making that day, I can seamlessly transfer that to Sony C, regardless of wherever I am, which I can then immediately send over to my editor, so I can basically have my final piece of content ready within the day. As you guys know, trends are always changing, and it's pretty important to stay consistent and get the most content possible. Or if I'm in a tight spot and I don't have my laptop readily available, I can even plug in an SD card reader into my phone and then immediately start uploading the footage directly from my camera. Now, they obviously do have apps for your mobile phones and desktop, but one of the most useful features is actually their Premiere Pro integration. So you can immediately start downloading your footage straight within Premiere without having to worry about downloading something from Google Drive or waiting for a hard drive, and having everything in one seamless workspace really just allows me to stay in my flow state. Once that project is done, I can immediately upload that sequence or project up to my media box, so that if I need any final revisions or want to send it to a color grader, all I have to do is just send them a link to our media box and they can immediately access that same footage. Within a collaborative environment, this is one of the most crucial aspects to ensure that we're staying on track. And despite the fact that I've been editing almost all my content over the past couple of years, I've come to a point where I realized I need to start outsourcing this, so once again I can focus on the creative direction and making sure that I'm getting the best shots possible. And finally, one of the most important aspects when it comes to creating content is obviously going to be your file organization. I've probably got over thousands of clips all throughout the past couple of years that range from anywhere from fashion, lifestyle, travel, photography. There are often times where I need to pull up a B-roll clip that I may have shot a couple of years ago, but because I can tag all these clips with different metadata, I can easily search within my workspace to quickly find that clip and not have to waste time looking through dozens of hard drives for one single clip that I probably filmed back in 2017. Being able to categorize, search, storage and access these files at any given time has really made my editing so much more efficient, but Sony C just has such a powerful and intuitive organizational system and really just allows me to start creating a database of all the different clips that I've filmed over the past couple of years without having to worry about taking up hard drive space, because once again, everything's in the cloud. Now, if you guys are interested to check out Sony C, there will be a link in the description, but they actually have several different plans that are mapped out for your specific needs. They even have a free plan if you're still an individual creator and you're working by yourself, which gets you access to 10 gigabytes of storage. But if I had this free option when I was just starting out, it would have just saved me so much more time. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video on how I'm able to use Sony C to elevate my workflow. And as I've been traveling, this has been the first time that I've really been able to put Sony C to the test. And to my surprise, it really has not let me down. I have secure and fast file transfers, so I can immediately start uploading that footage anywhere I am. And once again, just being able to share those media boxes with my different team members and editors allows for a really collaborative and team environment, because I no longer have to spend hours of my time editing, and I can now share that workload with my other team members. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like down below. If you guys have any questions about Sony C, make sure to leave them down below and I'll be sure to answer them. Today is actually one of our last days here in Korea, so it's pretty bittersweet that this trip has come to an end. But make sure you guys stay tuned, because there's going to be a ton of content coming. But as always, folks, don't stress, finesse, peace out.